What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another YouTube Therapy. And today I'm going to be talking to, again, business owners, anyone that sells anything online, or anyone that's trying to build a personal brand, and specifically is having or has had the conversation of what is the ROI from content. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Ryan Magin. I run a short form agency called Viral Edits. I've gotten 100 million views on every platform except for YouTube long form, and I'm working on that right now. And I've made about $4 million to date in my agency. I have like 30 employees, and generally I know a shit ton. I work with a lot of big influencers, and I've been in the game for a long time. So this is what I call YouTube therapy, and this is where I just spill my thoughts out to the internet because therapists cost $200 an hour, and generally they don't give great advice. And yeah, I'm just putting my thoughts out there. So a lot of what I want to talk about today with business owners specifically, or anybody building a personal brand that is like having that conversation going, how do I make money from my content, or yada, yada, yada. It's like, I get so frustrated with that conversation. And I have a coaching group, and people in my coaching group get frustrated with having that conversation because we live in a time where if you're not making content, you don't exist. And business owners, if you watch the video, the YouTube therapy I did yesterday, business owners always want to make a piece of content and have it make money immediately. And that's just not the case anymore. It's not going to work. There's ads, and then there's organic content. And free organic content is what everyone likes to call it. But again, it's not free. It's very expensive. But if you're picking between the two, either way you go, it's expensive. And either way you go, it's going to take a long time. And either way you go, you're probably at the end of the day, if you build something significant, you're going to need to do both. So with that said, let's talk about ROI from content. And kind of, I have some terms that I've written down, things that I want to discuss. And these are more cultural principles and things that I'm seeing. And instead of focusing on an ROI from content, you need to focus on emotional conversions. Now, I know that's a pretty cool term. I expect a lot of you guys to steal it and start using it. So I'm going to talk about emotional conversions, but first I'm going to put in and out caffeine and nicotine. It's a great lifestyle. You know, emotional conversions, they are basically, we live in a time, like, and another term that it coincides with that is trust recession. Like, we are moving into a trust recession because everybody is adopted to the old school way of thinking of marketing and sales and funnels and timers and false scarcity and CTAs and value bombs and checklists. And ultimately, while those principles are principles, and they work, I'm not saying they don't work. They work in certain contexts for certain people at different times. But if you're setting out to build a personal brand, you should focus on making 100 videos that you do not sell. That's a challenge I think everyone should make, because what you will discover after making 100 videos without selling is it's going to force you to talk about things that are not your niche, because this is a game. To get emotional conversions, you have to stop worrying about making products that are niche related or videos that are niche related, and make videos that are you related, because you are the niche. And a lot of people like to combat that, and they say, oh, you're not the niche. You haven't earned the right to be a niche. And those fucking idiots are stupid. They're going to go out of business because, you know, again, I say all this out of some tough love, but this is more for me to speak this to you because, you know, or the camera, because I don't want to pay $200 an hour. Shit got expensive. And apparently I'm fucked up. I think I talk to myself a lot. But with that said, you need to make videos about yourself, because instead of focusing on the ROI, you focus on the emotional conversion. The emotional conversion comes in many forms. It could come in the form of, like myself, millions of views on a video about 5-inch shorts, millions of views on videos about my biggest financial mistake, millions of views on my street racing, millions of views on my experience getting arrested, millions of views on my experience of hiring an attorney while getting arrested. These are all me. These are all experiences. And while these do not have a direct ROI to making me money in my company, I have an agency. I sell short form video services. Services cost anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000 a month. Sometimes I sell things up to $30,000. I sell really expensive things. I also have a big team to support. So don't think I'm just pocketing millions, like, you know, not trying to fall into the trust recession here. I'm trying to make you guys trust me by just sharing the shit that nobody else does. So by making videos about me, things that I was scared of, things that I knew were like, oh man. And I've had this feeling so many times in the last like 4 years. And every time I have this feeling, I know it's going to be good. because whenever I am scared to post a video, I usually don't post it. I usually send it to Luis, and Luis posts it for me. Luis helps me with my account. And those always make your stomach sink. You know, it's the shit that you don't want to share. It's the shit that people really want to know about you. It's the things that really make you human. And the more you do this, the more you share these things that scare you, the more emotional conversions you will get, because you will inspire other people to, one, watch your story and be like, man, this person has experienced things. This person is like me. He doesn't have it all figured out. It's not together. And it's truly what it means to be authentic on the internet. And yes, do I share every aspect of my life? No. There's things that I keep private, more so because if I share them, they're going to create bigger problems. And I've talked about this in some of my YouTube therapies of, you know, the more things you share online, the less friends you have in real life. And that comes from you share the uncomfortable shit. You share stories and things. And most of these cases, I'm not afraid to share it, but I might share it about somebody else and they may have a reaction to that. And they may have some negative impacts from me sharing that story. And usually those negative impacts are because whatever I'm sharing was probably the truth. So, you know, with that said, circling back here, emotional conversions are a concept of you need to make videos about yourself and you need to not sell. And then the business owner in you is going to go, well, how is this going to make me money? And the question and the concern is it's probably not going to make you money, at least not in the short term. It will over 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And that's what's happening right now is everyone is coming to the internet, business owners specifically, with the concept of I can get free organic marketing and I can make sales for my business. Social media is the best marketing channel out there, which is not wrong, but it's also social media and it's also culture. And when you go viral, you are probably not going to go viral for things that you want to go viral for. You're going to go viral for things that, well, that's what the internet chose for me to be known for. And this scares the shit out of business owners because, well, you might not want to be known for some shit that you might get known for. And arguably there's limits to this. And you like, you know, I've had videos go viral. I'm like, that one went viral. That got 1 million views. And it's fine. The internet forgets very quickly. I learned from Jordan Peterson when we worked with him that the internet forgets after about 30 days. So I just don't make videos about that shit no more. And it goes away. But it's still authentic. It's still me. I don't make videos. I don't delete videos. I don't regret making videos. And these things are concepts that over time, they compound. Unlike an ad, when you make an ad, you turn it on, you spend your money, you turn it off, and it stops. With organic content, you pay for the videos to get made, you pay for the videos to get posted, you pay for the whole production. It costs roughly around the same, and I would argue that free content costs more than paid ads right now. But it stays, no matter if you turn that funnel on or off. Like, and that's the thing. It compounds over time. And this is what business owners and people that are growing personal brands, they're starting it with the wrong frame of mind. Or the frame of mind is I have to make money from this content or else it's not worth it. It's not a good ROI. Well, I've worked with so many influencers and so many big personal brands and companies, and they see the ROI and they see the long term. And they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on their content production, and they are actively going into the hole, into the red, to keep getting this stuff produced, because eventually you come out the other side and you have built this bingeable type of person or personality. And that's a thing, a term that you don't hear too many people talking about. Like, we watch Netflix, we binge shows. God knows the fucking world is binging Love Island. Whether or not I agree with that or not, I still can't stop watching it. So I fall right into that category. Love Island, yeah, let's watch the downfall of culture. But I digress. We go, the more you put yourself out there and the more you deposit into the emotional conversion bank with videos that are not designed to sell or make money, but are designed to share your personality, your authenticity, your stories, your experiences, the real experiences, not calculated stories or calculated authenticity to hopefully convince somebody to trust you to buy things. You can't fake trust now. That's why there's a trust recession. This shit's real. Like, ask yourself the last time you bought something online, what made you buy it? You probably watched a shit ton of videos or something, or it was one really, really good ad and they got you. But if it was just one really, really good ad, you probably yearned for more from that person or that creator, and you probably searched them back out and you started binging their content. So it's like the factor of binging is like, and what makes something bingeable? It means it's familiar. It's like, it means it's a, Luis, what was my little checklist on the binging? I'm gonna go to my Luis real quick. He's also here for my therapy sessions sometimes.
I told you to make people safe to binge.
Yeah, you need to make your content safe to binge. And you do this by, one, being slightly unpredictable. You need to keep people watching. You need to not always be focused on one singular topic, because humans crave depth. They want to know more about certain things, and they want to know more about a certain person. In this case, you're focusing more on making people love you as a person. Because yes, somebody could come to you and love you for your knowledge on specific thing, but if they come and they extract that knowledge from you, they leave. They don't come back. They don't need you anymore. That is a horrible ROI. The whole goal of building a business is to get repeat customers, and content is no different. You need to get repeat customers, and customers in this case are views on your videos or people coming back, searching you back out to see what you're up to see what you're doing. And it could also mean conversions from different platform to platform. They may find you on TikTok, follow you on Instagram, and then come to your YouTube therapy sessions on YouTube. Not all platforms are going to be the same. People go to different platforms for certain different things. And that's another thing that makes the emotional conversion equation stronger, because TikTok is really great for cultural awareness and being relevant in what is in society. Are you going to make a shit ton of money on TikTok as a personal brand? Probably not. You know, there is the angle of UGC and TikTok Shop. And if you have a physical product, that's great. Then TikTok's a better medium for you. But most people, excuse me. Most people, that was a pattern interrupt. I did that on purpose. Most people will find you on one platform, see a few of your videos, hopefully come back to that said platform, see a few more of your videos. Then they might search you out on another platform to see if you're posting the same stuff or if it's different. And then they're going to binge you there again. Hopefully it's different. You know, that is where it does get dicey on like the same videos everywhere. But, you know, it would be stupid not to post the same video everywhere if you can post it on 4 places instead of 1. I do believe in that. But they're in different frames of mind when they come to different platforms. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you want people to binge you. You want them to watch 100 of your TikToks, you know, 50 of your YouTube vlog, or, you know, 50 of your YouTube therapy sessions for 30 minutes a piece, because you can't shut up and stop talking. You want people to just platform hop, and then the circular thing just goes right back to you. But what fucks this up and what makes it not work for business owners is they don't do this long enough to build any sort of bingeability. So they just immediately go for the selling, and they immediately need to make money from it. And I get it, that's hard. I run a business. I spend like $70,000 a month on between paying contractors and payroll, and this studio costs me $5,000 a month. I have a lot of overhead. I also have, you know, I'm building a house that got destroyed in a hurricane. Like, as a business owner, like, you need to make money. And this is not a saying that, like, never make money. That's not the goal. Like, I like capitalism. I like money. I like to make money. I'm doing this so I can work less. But the irony of content is I work a lot more. And if I'm going to work a lot more, I got to actually like the videos I'm making. And if I only made videos about making videos because that's what the internet wants me to make, because that's where my expertise lies, that's not where I lie. That's just one facet of me. I genuinely like cars. I like watches. I like traveling. I like vlogging. I like GoPros. I like energy drinks. I like nicotine pouches. I like iPhones. Like, I can make videos about all this shit because this is me. And you watch enough of me, and I don't sell to you, and you determine as the person, the emotional conversion is you like me, you follow me, you keep coming back to learn more. And then offers can be presented after a certain period of time. And I would say that's like, people need to go like a year without trying to sell. But I know that that's impractical for a lot of people. And again, this is not about telling you to not make money, because I want business owners to make money, because I think we're moving into a time where it's going to get really, really hard for business owners. But the whole point of content is everyone's spending so much money on content, and they're trying to build a personal brand, but they're lacking the personality of the personal brand. because the personality isn't what drives conversions. It drives them emotionally. It makes people like you, relate to you, and ultimately it makes you bingeable, so people keep coming back and keep wanting to listen to you or talk to you. And Mr. Luis just sent me a reminder text. I'm doing these as therapy, but I also want to provide good information for you guys, but also to plant concepts and seeds of things that I see, because again, I see a lot of videos, and I see, we average around 4,000 videos a month posted to the platforms, and I see patterns and I see trends. I see them a lot faster than the average person does, just based on what my day-to-day job is. And my day-to-day job is viral videos. We produce them, we extract them, we clip them, we manufacture them, we ask questions. And I'm also actively doing all these things on my own personal account. Like, I am constantly trying to get views. And then ultimately, I don't want to just get views for view's sake. I want them to mean something. But I don't really want them to mean that, oh, you can buy my coaching program, even though I do have a coaching program. I'm not saying don't buy that if you want it. It's there. But it's to get people to like me and resonate with me, to, if 5 years from now, I'm not making videos for people anymore and I'm just being me on the internet, and let's say I go work for a company and I'm a corporate CEO, I still built a personal brand and you like me, and then my content will just represent me being a CEO now. I use the example all the time of, like, there's Elon Musk and there's Tesla. You can really, really hate Elon Musk, but you really, really like Tesla. But you wouldn't really know a whole lot about Tesla if it weren't for the popularity of Elon Musk, or unpopularity, depending on which side you fall on. And this is not a video about that. So bingeability equals conviction plus connection. And what that means is to make your content bingeable and make people watch you, get you that watch time, that return viewership, the things that the algorithm craves to keep pushing you more and more, is conviction in what you're talking about. If you're only convicted in one thing, in one aspect of your life, you're going to fall short. Like, you probably have a lot of values and beliefs that you're very convicted in, but you're probably afraid to share them, and you should stop being afraid to share them. Like, because if you're convicted in it, if you go to dinner with your friends and you talk about why you need this certain type of shampoo, that's a fucking great video. Make it. Is that going to sell your basket weaving product? Probably not, but it might make me like you. It might put you on the feed of somebody who would never have been exposed to you had you not made that video. And then you let them decide. You let them make the emotional conversion. So conviction also comes in many forms. Like, conviction comes in you living what you preach. Like, it's not hard for me to sell viral video-based services because I am going viral. Like, and I do it a lot. Like, I do it on the short form platforms. You're watching me here on YouTube. I probably got 100 views, and you're like, oh, this guy's a freaking idiot, blah, blah, blah. Like, why would I listen to him? Every platform's different. I'm working on that. But conviction, again, comes in many forms. It comes in confidence in your product and your service. It comes in confidence in your relationships and your beliefs. It comes in convictions of just weird things you do. Like, everybody has these, and the more of these that you exploit, as in make videos about them, the more bingeable you're going to become. And then you have the connection aspect. These things are what make you a regular person. And there's really no way to kind of put that any other better way. But people don't want to be sold to. They want to make the judge whether or not they want to buy from a person. That's why good salesmen, they're usually good personalities. They're charismatic. They're friendly to talk to. They're fun to be around. That's what content is. Content is like you're selling yourself every single day, whether you want to or not. And that's why I think everyone should be building a personal brand, or at least put care into what they're posting. But the bingeability is conviction plus connection. You have enough conviction and stuff, you're going to build a connection with people. And if you talk about the shit that's relatable, you're going to have a deeper connection with people. And if you sprinkle in some value, as in like, hey, I actually know what I'm talking about, you're going to build a connection with people. And then they're going to trust you. And the more you do that, no part of that equation means that, like, just because you posted 30 videos means you can sell for 5. The world doesn't work like that. The algorithms don't work like that. Like, you need to be bingeable at all times. And there are ways to sell while you're doing this, and that's a topic for another video, another therapy session. But I want to pose to you guys the challenge of making 100 videos where you don't sell. Focus on emotional conversions. Focus on the DMs of somebody saying, hey, I really like that video you made about X. Or, hey, I went through that same thing. Or, and then don't use it as an opportunity to sell them something. Focus on making them come back. They will want to buy from you on a long enough time frame. It will pay itself back. And that's what the biggest creators in the world focus on. You put enough out there for a long enough period of time and people will like you. It's a volume game too. That's why the 100 videos about without selling can be made just like this. Do you need an editor to edit those for you? No. Yapping is a thing. Put a good title box on the thing and talk. I would encourage you to talk for 60 seconds, give or take. No limit though, just get your point out. Because if you get a little bit over 60 seconds, you also monetize on the creator fund and on TikTok. So if it goes viral, you might get $1,000 for every million views. It's a bonus. It is a bonus. Making money is good. And if I'm going to yap, I like to make some money from it, but that's not the goal. The goal is to just get my opinions out there. And I use this example of like, I've had 2 million views on a video about 5-inch shorts. Like I had an event shortly after I posted that video and numerous people came up to me about 5-inch shorts. Supporting them and not liking them, it's fine. The whole point is like I'm going to repel some people and attract some people. But the point is they were both there. I've had friends and clients say, well, what is the ROI on content? We had a client, I'm not going to say her name, but shortly after working with her, we found a clip. We made it go viral. You know, it got like 10 million views. Joe Rogan shared it on his Instagram story. I don't know how you calculate an ROI of a Joe Rogan share, but it also led to a DM between the two of them. Potentially, maybe someday, they will be on the Joe Rogan podcast. Who knows? That's not my decision to make. But what's an ROI of a Joe Rogan podcast? And I will guarantee you that video was had nothing to do with what she talks about or what she sells. So I'll let that marinate. Luis, am I forgetting anything?
People gotta stop being afraid to show personality.
Yeah, you just, like Luis said, if you didn't hear it, you got to stop being afraid to show your personality. You definitely need to get used to making people upset and triggered, because unless you're Ryan Trahan, I don't know that the internet is a place of positivity. If you look at all the videos that go viral, the comments, one thing I learned from the guy Ashton Hall, I don't agree with that weird ass morning routine. It's very extreme. He's getting a lot of attention, but he said that the comments tell you the reason it went viral. And most cases, those aren't positive. People love posting miserable comments on people's videos. It makes them feel good. It's a dopamine spike. If they're unhappy with their life, they're gonna post they're gonna write a comment and hit post, and that's just the internet. That's just what it is. It will be all your insecurities. It will be things that make you upset. It will make you very uncertain. But then you'll get a random DM from somebody that's like, yo, I really resonated with that. Thank you. Or you'll meet somebody in person, because the people that actually resonate with these videos that you're building emotional conversions with, that will eventually buy something from you. It just might not be now. It may be at a different time. You don't know where people are in their buying journey or life either. They don't leave comments. It's rare they even like a video. They may share it, but doubtful. Only the happy people don't comment. They don't. And that's cool. Like the unhappy people do. I had a guy call me a douchebag on my video today. And then I looked at it. I like to look at the page. It's always the same. It's always a profile pic. They're always God first in the profile. There's always like a Bible verse, Ephesians 15:10 or some shit. And then it's a private profile. But this guy, he had a profile of his Pomeranian dog. I clicked on it. The dog's profile wasn't private, but his was private. It's a sad man to subject his dog to the internet's criticism, but he's too pussy to take it for himself. So either way, focus for the next 100 days. Make videos that have nothing to do with what you're selling. Make videos that have everything to do with thoughts and beliefs and ideas and things that you personally believe in or want to try or have done, or stories that are unique to you, and do not sell. I bet if you stop selling, made 100 videos of not selling, and then compared the last 90 days to the new 100 days, I bet you'd be surprised at the results. So that's my rant in YouTube therapy on how do you make an ROI from content. If this was helpful, leave a comment. Let me know. Either way or not. YouTube seems to have some pretty positive comments on these. So got to shout out to YouTube love. Views aren't as high, but the comments are fire. So that's it for today's YouTube therapy. Peace.